I want you to think about what happens with the front of your leg. So we tighten up through the front of the thigh or our quadricep muscles, and we also tighten up at the front of our shins or our tibialis anterior muscles. And I want you to have some great tips that you can do at home to help these feel longer, looser, and actually have more power to them. One is a myofascial release technique that I'm going to show you when I'm sitting in a chair, and the other one is just a beautiful stretch for our tibialis anterior. First, we can roll it. So just simply using your foam roller. I like the longer, thinner ones because it's just the way I like, but you might have the thicker ones, and either will be sufficient. So roll up and down, you'll feel those little spots that are a bit more tender, a little bit more compressive work, really flatten out and try to work through that muscle area. But the more important, I think, is to try to get some flexibility in them, and that is simply by trying to put your legs in this position. Now, you'll be surprised how many people can't, so we give them little options. We start with the feet up there so we can just add a little bit more of a stretch without cramping. You can start in that position, stay nice and tall, and eventually get to the stage you don't need it at all. We're just going to be holding that position for 10 to 20 seconds. Get yourself into a nice seated position where you're comfortable, and this time we're looking at our thigh muscle, our quadriceps. And the same deal that I like to use is when we do something that's called a myofascial release, or an active stretch, we're actually making the muscle do the work for us. So we're going to lock our knuckles in again with a straight leg, and we're just going to bend our knee so the foot comes up as high as it can behind the chair. So don't use a couch, use a chair that has legs on it so you can apply this technique. And nice and slow and even movements. Now they're four, it's why it's called quadriceps. So you want to make sure that you try to spend some time on the inside at the top of the thigh, at the top of the thigh. There's a deeper one right in here, and then on the outside of the thigh. So I always suggest you're going to do 3 glides in each area. And the speed of the leg is just nice, tick, tock. If you find a spot that feels a little bit tight, just stay on that and run your leg through that range to try to get it to free up. You'll find that you might spend a few minutes doing that, but if you do it every day, you'll find that you can stand taller, your hips will be higher, and your legs will actually feel a lot easier. Sometimes when these are tight, you can get cramps in the back of the legs, the posterior side, so this could be a tip for you as well.